Harumi, there are thousands of coins and tokens and apps that fall underneath this rubric of cryptocurrencies. And so in that sense, is there any way that you can help give our attendees a solid definition about cryptocurrency? What is it? What isn't it? And how do we differentiate it in this landscape?
Yeah, Michael, thank you very much. As introduced, my name is Harumi Urata-Thompson, and I'm very much looking forward to talking about this thing called cryptocurrency that we hear about every day in some form or media. And what is the definition of cryptocurrency? We can give a lot of technical definitions, but really, at the end of the day, it is a virtual currency that utilizes specific technology, cryptography, that is backing the whole sort of currency concept that runs on the distributed ledger technology. So it's beyond that. I mean, if you can get over that cryptography word and then blockchain or distributed ledger technology word, it is another form of currency that is not quite as usable in a sense as US dollars that is sitting in your wallet today, but we are hoping that it would get there. And then that's really all there is to it for cryptocurrency, something that is virtual and then running on a specific technology.
Can somebody help us distinguish? I know I had this question myself. You've got coins and tokens and apps. Can anybody help me distinguish between these things? What's the difference, for instance, between a coin and a token? Is there any significant difference, or are they kind of equally in the same category in some way?
I'll take that too in that case. I do think that, when we say coins, we generally are talking about the crypto-backed that acts more like money than has a value. When we say token, it still does have a value, but we're talking more about the utilities aspect of what that token can do. So it's more like a utility token when we generally refer to it as token, and cryptocurrency is more like something that is closer to money as we understand it today. So application is application. So really, I mean, at the end of the day, cryptocurrency is just another application that is running on a blockchain. So I think those are probably the very simple way of distinguishing the three terms that you just asked about, Michael. But I'm sure other panelists have other ways to kind of tackle this question.
Yeah, let me add, just from a definitional point of view, cryptocurrency, it's meant to be highly secure. So that's one of the features of it. It's decentralized, which is a key feature. And it's meant to be and designed as it's design anonymous. And the last thing that I think is really important, because it defines a lot of other limitations and capabilities, it's done without a trusted third party. So banks, credit companies, PayPal are all trusted third parties. We exchange money between them for services all the time. But they're not. They all have their trusted third party. In the middle, there is no trusted third party. And I think that's really key from a point of view, because that ends up some limitations in how many transactions per second these cryptocurrencies can handle, and their latency, how long it takes to clear a transaction.
Yeah, Michael, if I can jump in real quick too, I think one of the reasons why my background here is so fuzzy is it kind of relates to how I look at cryptocurrencies as being fairly fuzzy also. I think that for me, the distinction is it's either fiat, which means it's backed by a central government. There's some central government backing it. Or if it's not, going along with what Harumi said and what Larry said, it's a currency that's based on decentralization. It's based on a consensus as to its value and when a transaction's made. So it really is something that virtually exists, and if you own part of it, you own a certain piece of it, you can figure out where that is. You can also exchange it for other value, but to me, it's very much it's very much a way to look at a virtual currency.
So I got some different definitions from all of you, which, you mentioned it's virtual, it's based on cryptographic mathematics, it's anonymous, it's decentralized, it disintermediates third parties, it's not fiat. One of the interesting points that you made was that I'm not sure which one made it about it being anonymous, and yet I think either we discussed it or I saw it in the news recently that the government that was able to actually read the blockchain and see all the transactions and was able to actually go back to people and sort of say, you owe taxes on these transactions that you made. And so to what extent is this really anonymous? I mean, you're still able to read the underlying transaction history from the blockchain. So can somebody speak to that? Am I maybe misunderstanding that particular issue?
Well, it's pseudo-anonymous for one. So everyone knows that there are various wallets, and they know that somebody behind it has a name and whatever. It depends on the exchanges. Crypto exchanges in the U.S. are required to follow certain standards set by the Federal Reserve and the SEC. You have to, it's like know your customer. For certain transactions over a certain amount, they have to know who you are. When you go onto Coinbase, you're asked for your social security number, so they know who you are. Other exchanges in other parts of the world don't follow those, and it makes it very hard to trace. I think what happened with the colonial and the tracing of that was you can trace the transactions. Every transaction's visible in plain text, but the owners of it are now not. Their keys are cryptographically secure. But if you know that, you can go back to say, who is the one who bought this, at what exchange? And there's a lot of things that they think happened that one of the hackers in that case accidentally put in some of their wallet addresses in a plain text format in an email. Somehow, I think what I heard is that the FBI just used plain good old police work to find it. There was nothing fragile about the blockchain or unique that they were able to penetrate the pseudo-anonymity, other than that they are required to know who certain customers are in the U.S.
Can somebody give our audience an example, just an idea of a couple things, just to get the scope of this? One, what's the total market cap of all these cryptocurrencies currently, and can you help put that in perspective? And two, we're all familiar with Bitcoin, and everybody reads about that in the news, but there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of coins and tokens. Can you also give us an idea, maybe 3 or 4 other cryptocurrencies, just so that we have something to put in our minds, maybe the top 3 or 4 besides Bitcoin?
Well, let me address the market.
Hi there, I hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN-to-EARN, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.